So I guess the car payments on those luxury vehicles were just unbearable.
That's it. That's my intro.
Hey Amanda, you're watching Swell Entertainment, and today we are talking about some dumb insurance bits, I guess. Mainly just the one. And then the second one that I want to talk about to try and get you to buy a dash cam camera. But this one in particular is the one that I feel like everyone is talking about because I think it's so incredibly stupid. This is from Associated Press. Insurers say bear that damaged luxury cars was actually a person in a costume. I will try to avoid making any more bear puns, but I can't make the promise that I won't come up with a good one. Not that that first one was a good one, but like if I do come up with a good one, like you will be hearing it. And this is my channel and I can do what I want. This article already right off the bat has a bear suit just on the ground laid out, but they also have what I think are like meat hooks, like meat shredders for like pulled pork and such, which have 6 prongs on them, which is too many claws for a bear already. But that's what they have. California has seen its share of bears breaking into cars. We have actually. I used to live near Irvine Regional Park, and they have a little zoo inside the park there, and they have 2 bears there. One was born in captivity, and one is there because he has severe brain trauma from being hit by a car in the hills of California, of SoCal. There are quite a bit of bears in California, but bears caught on camera entering luxury cars tipped off insurers that something wasn't quite right. In what is dubbed Operation Bear Claw. I hadn't seen that bit. That's really stupid and funny. The California Insurance Department said 4 Los Angeles residents were arrested Wednesday, accused of defrauding 3 insurance companies out of nearly $142,000 by claiming a bear had caused damage to their vehicles. The group is accused of providing video footage from the San Bernardino Mountains in January of a bear moving inside a Rolls-Royce and 2 Mercedes to the insurance companies as part of their damage claims, the department said. Photos provided by the insurance department show what appeared to be scratches on the seats and doors. The company viewing video of the Rolls-Royce suspected it was not a bear inside, but someone in a bear costume. Why go forward with the giving them footage of the car? Because it does look very, I'll show you guys the video. It looks super goofy. Detectives found 2 additional claims and with 2 different insurance companies for the 4 with the same date of loss and at the same location. Similar video was provided of the bear inside the Mercedes vehicles. It was not immediately known if the 4 people arrested had attorneys. The department had a biologist from the California Department of Fish and Wildlife review the 3 videos and who concluded it was clearly a human in a bear suit, the insurance department said. After executing a search warrant, detectives found the bear costume in the suspect's home, the department said. And that's the entirety of the AP article in particular. So this is from KTLA on YouTube. Man in bear suit insurance fraud scheme garners laughs. Eye rolls. I had not seen the evidence scratches because in my head, I'm picturing like they shredded these seats. They destroyed the dashboard. There's parts scratched in all over this place. Maybe there's a gouge in the floorboards or something. Instead, it looks like I took a ruler and like drew out where I wanted to lay out lines of code. This is so symmetrical. No wonder they needed the bear footage. No, wait, I take it back now because this looks so fake. Looks so unbelievably fake. It literally looks like they were like, not even like, oh yeah, the bear is trying to get, like, at least if you're gonna do a, once again, this is not me encouraging crime. I just like when things are done well. And that includes crime. If you're gonna do this, you gotta think like a bear. The bear is not gonna sit there and go like this at the door and not do it multiple times in multiple ways. You would think, oh, the bear is trying to get out of the car. So what's the bear gonna do? Try and... It's not gonna be one swipe. If you're gonna do the bullshit, commit to the bullshit. Even the one down here where they clearly were like trying to make it look more normal. So it's like the ones where they're like clearly trying to only use like, 2 of the prongs and then a 3rd one to make it look like 3 or like really inconsistent. It looks perfectly spaced and even because they're still the proper prongs on the actual bit. God, this is so stupid.
Believable or barely believable. From afar, this surveillance video shows something or someone rummaging through a car. But if you look closer, it might just look like a bear. That's partially correct. It's actually someone wearing a bear costume accused of trying to get a hefty insurance payout.
They're moving like this. That's such a human.
It might just look like a bear.
No, it does not look like a bear.
It's actually someone wearing a bear costume.
It does not look like a bear. There's no actual, like, scratches. It looks like a scrape, but it looks like a puncture. So it's like they didn't know how to actually, you know? Whereas, like, bear claws will just do, there will be tearing. Like, there will be damage. I don't recommend Googling bear attack footage or bear scratch footage. But even then, if you look at bear claws on trees, like, you will see the variation in the movements of the claws move. They don't move like meat shredders, okay? They move like you would be better off stapling nails to your fingertips like a lunatic and, you know, like if you really wanted to commit to getting your, what was it, $215,000? The fact that any insurance company was like, yeah, sure, we'll get you some money. Especially this one right here. They zoomed in on this photo of one of the seats, and it's like, it doesn't even look like they attempted to make this look real. It's like puncture, shred. Would this affect the resale value? Yes. Would this affect your ability to drive the car? Seemingly, no. You couldn't even get dirt in your car. You got some leaves. Break a window. Maybe. Like the bear forced himself out the window or something like that. Something. This is my bear. He will decimate your Rolls Royce for a fraction of the cost of a bear suit. He does have the right number of paws, claw marks. And he'll even like really prove it by like peeing in the back seat for you, probably. Like if you really are committed to defrauding insurance. Thank you for the kisses while I insult you and say you're going to pee in someone's car. All in all, there's no credit to be given here. This was one of the dumbest things I've seen in a minute. Now, that one's dumb, but that one gets creativity and also it made me giggle. This next one is the one that I feel like went viral and was discussed at length a couple of weeks ago.
It is crazy. Like he had one hand on the. What the? Oh my God! At first, it just looks like a close call, but looks can be deceiving. Oh my God! What is he doing? Babe, what happened? I don't know. Babe. I got into an accident.
This is from ABC7, this clip. This is from 4 weeks ago. And I saw this clip on TikTok, I believe when the initial poster posted it. People were really trying to figure out, like, why would you do this? And the reality comes down to obviously insurance money, but also the risk of you injuring yourself, injuring the other people in the car, the possibility of injuring other people on the road by doing a scam like this is far too high for what is going to be a very minimal payout. And also leaves you open to so much potential liability and lawsuits. Sorry, not liability. Liability, yes, because if you injured, like if you did this to me, I am suing you for emotional distress and a host of other things, okay? Just for the record. Especially if you try and rip me off, you will see what a petty bitch I can be. That's what would happen here. Like, what if this person wasn't paying attention and they had just rear-ended you? Like, and then now you have whiplash and maybe can't see out of your left eye. You know, like, why would this be a good idea for you at all? It's just so frustrating. And this was like an operation is what it seems like. There was 2 cars involved, multiple people. It just seems like this was a very planned out thing, and it's very scary. And thankfully this person that this was done to had dash cams on the front and the back of the car. And a lot of people were like, hey, what dash cam is that? So I have one because now I'm scared. At the end of the day, we are in a time of economic turmoil. And so you're going to start seeing more and more things like this. Not from people you wouldn't expect, I would say, because I am one of those people where I do think that everyone is capable of bad things and or crime and or fraud or the like. In some instances, some people just don't even realize what they're doing. These people realize what they were doing. In my opinion, I fully believe that they fully knew what they were going to be doing and the potential ramifications of it. But it's just something to consider, to just look out for yourself, be safe, keep your distance in cars and things like that. Because these people were definitely banking on this driver not paying attention. And typically in cases like this where there is an attempt to defraud someone via car insurance and the like, it usually is they are banking on you not paying attention and not being quick enough to react. I feel like people, once you get comfortable on the road, you just kind of get a little complacent. It's like, oh, I know where I'm going. I know what I'm doing. I can react if there's a problem. But unless there is an immediate problem, your brain doesn't really like focus on it that much. And I feel like that's what these people look for. Not that they are looking for you. They're just like, car, yay.
What appears to be an attempted insurance scam was caught on dash cam video as a driver backed into another car on a busy highway in New York.
Oh my God, what is he doing?
The driver of the silver Honda cut off Ashpia Natasha, causing her to slam on the brakes. When she didn't hit them, the driver then put the car into reverse and punched the gas, crashing into her. But then the backseat passengers tried to put a covering on the back window as the driver climbed over into the front passenger seat before getting out of the car and pretending to be hurt.
I wish they had the other clip, because there was the other clip as well that showed that there was what looked to be like a spotter car or another car involved that also had like behaved weird. The guy that the driver spoke to, he clocks the dash cam footage and immediately turns away. I remember someone tried to do this to me when I was 18 and just started driving. Yes, I waited till I was 18 to start driving. No, the reason is not fun. But someone tried to do this to me right when I got my license, and luckily I was able to stop and get away. Like, I literally drove away. But this is not a new scam. I think it may be deemed new just because we have more footage now, because I feel like dash cam videos are becoming more common, especially with more people that are driving Lyft and Uber and things like that. I know I've never been in one, especially in the last year or two, where someone hasn't had a camera of some sort inside an Uber or a Lyft or a rideshare vehicle. I don't know if more instances like this are going to lead to more dash cam footage, but I'm wondering if that's why they are like deeming like, oh yeah, it's new. It's just because we have the footage now. Something that I also feel like that first clip didn't really demonstrate well is that the two women that were in the vehicle, one of whom was driving and not the one that she apparently got the information from, is that they're both wearing yellow. They are trying to confuse her, not even just by switching seats and putting up the blackout sheet or the trash bag that they put in front of the wall. They did swap positions to try and make this as confusing as possible, because they'll be like, no, she's lying. I wasn't driving, she was driving, as a means of trying to further discredit. It's like, no, our version of events is real, yours is not. So on this, obviously they're blurring out their faces. On her TikTok, their faces are fully visible, which is why I'm continuing to use this footage. It's not my job to like put their faces on there for you. I will say later, people found the car because there were very identifiable stickers on the back of the car, and TikTok acted. I believe some windows were broken, paint, fraud was written on the side, things like that. I'm not condoning it, but I will say play stupid games, win stupid prizes is what I will say. And then there's the red car. This one shows the second car.
I'm just happy I had a dash cam, that was able to prove everything.
It's a scam that authorities want people to look out for, especially in cities with heavy congestion. You can see the suspect's Honda turn on its hazard lights, then back up and slam into Natasha.
My initial thought was that I was, in some kind of road rage, and then I thought maybe I was in danger.
The suspects then get out of the car, holding their heads and necks as if hurt. They begin taking photos of Natasha's license plate while she stays inside and calls police.
Definitely against the law when they slam on their brakes and they back into you, because you really have some form of assault. But unless you have some way of proving your story, it is your word against theirs.
You can tell that the guy, as soon as he saw the dash cam, he was quick to as if he was about to turn around and leave.
Natasha also noticed a second car that pulled up after the crash, a red Kia. She says one of the passengers jumped in.
There was a follow car behind her. It's a red Kia following her.
It's disgusting what they did, and I really hope that they get punishment for it.
Here's the same group that targeted Natasha may have targeted others. This group is blamed in at least one other similar accident from August on the same highway with the same car, this time captured in an Instagram video. The red Kia shows up here too.
Yeah, that's the car, and then that's the red Kia. It's interesting that they're using a red Kia as the second car. This is gonna sound like a tangent, but like when I was young, I feel like everyone has like, I know which car I want. I want like this car. But I always really wanted a red car, even before I like really got into cars. And I was always told by my parents, like, no, definitely don't get a red car. They are statistically likely to get pulled over more. Like, you are most likely, because you're just an identifiable vehicle. Apparently this is bullshit, so I will be buying myself a Ferrari for Christmas. Thank you. So to have a dark red Kia, but a red Kia nonetheless, as your follow car, that is like your secondary I saw what happened car, is very interesting when you have a nondescript silver car comparatively, you know? And again, I'm not trying to tell you how to do crime, but I'm also just like, you could have a bright blue Kia Soul, and I think it would be less identifiable than this Kia, the red Kia.
California has the most staged accidents of any state. New York comes in number 2. Florida.
We're number 1, baby.
Information Institute found
Let's go.
But Natasha's video was so widely seen, New Yorkers identified it parked on the side of a city street, documenting their discovery on TikTok. It wasn't long before other angry people displayed their outrage, some even vandalizing the car before police eventually seized it and impounded it.
People are ridiculous. Fraud is rampant. We have problems, but California is number 1 in fake accidents. There's a joke there about like Hollywood and movie magic. There's something there. Workshopping it. But between this and a bear suit, I do think that it is probably a better investment to just get a dash cam. That's really going to be it. Have you ever been in a fake accident? Have you ever been in a real accident? Have you ever had a dash cam, or do you want a dash cam? Have you ever had a dash cam footage that actually like really helped you in an instance, whether it was something like this or something else that you caught on dash cam? Let me know, comment down below. Reminder, I stream on Twitch. Reminder, the Swell Entertainment is now available on Spotify. Reminder to use code SWELL for 10% off on Gamer Subs. Shout out to my channel members. Thank you so much for supporting me on channel memberships. If you'd also like to support me on channel memberships, you can go ahead and click join down below. If you'd like to follow me on social media, that'll be all up here. And that's gonna be a hell of a day. Bear out, bear bite, bye bear, bear lip up. That was really stupid. I'm sorry. I know. I'm unbearable.